Hello, we are AirportNav, and we are going to be presenting our capstone project on indoor navigation within SeaTac Airport. My name is Jess.
My name is Michelle.
My name is Taishi.
I'm Yulise. We'd like to thank you all for joining us today. In our presentation, we're going to give a high-level overview of our project's topic, audience, findings, prototypes, and some possible next steps.
So AirportNav is a location-based navigation system that guides you within the SeaTac Airport. It provides directions to businesses, services, shops, gates, and terminals.
The process of navigating through SeaTac Airport can be stressful for many individuals. People need to get to their gate by a specific time in order to catch their flight, but there are many obstacles that can add on to the amount of time that it takes, which can create an even more stressful experience. For example, they can lose track of time, they can get delayed by security screenings, they can get lost, get stuck in a line, or have trouble locating a specific item, food, or airport service.
We are now going to play our video trailer that demonstrates how our app is used.
There is nothing more stressful than getting lost in the airport, missing a flight, or not being able to find something that you need. Time management and airport accessibility is crucial, and AirportNav is here to help. Imagine a turn-by-turn wayfinding navigation app designed to guide you through a customizable airport experience, reducing stress and getting you where you need to go on time. Check in with ease through AirportNav's airline integration. Ignore confusing road signage as you are guided to the airport's best parking options or the entrance closest to your airline check-in. You will be guided through the initial stages of dropping off your luggage, through the quickest security line, onto the correct train, all the way through your terminal to your gate. You will have information regarding available dining, services, and shopping options all at your fingertips. Imagine knowing exactly where to get the best coffee, average wait times, and how long it'll take you to walk to your gate once you get it. You will have turn-by-turn directions to items that are difficult to find, whether it be airplane entertainment, nursing suites, or the sunscreen you left at home. Keep your hands free by connecting to headphones or using smartwatch integration. AirportNav is here to make your travel day easier so that you can sit back, relax, and think about your destination. Ellen Miller is a new mother who represents our primary user. Mothers with infants always have their hands full, are distracted by their children, and have to constantly reassess what they are doing based on the needs of their children. We created other personas based on the users that we believed needed other assistance, such as the need for accessible routes, pet relief areas, translation services, assistance with time management, and help with a new flying experience. Then we created a persona matrix, which visually illustrates the number of pain points each user has and the amount of interest from both faculty and stakeholders. We selected new moms since they were the highest on both scales of challenges and interest.
So we conducted 7 desirability interviews to help us understand what those new moms struggled with and what they wanted. we discovered that they were lost in terms of packing, security, and infant care services. We addressed this by providing turn-by-turn directions, estimated security timelines, an information section, and a customizable packing list.
We also created a storyboard where our new mother, Ella Miller, is going on a trip with her infant with the help of AirportNav.
Here's Ellen's journey map. It talks about her emotions, her thoughts, and her questions from when she buys her plane ticket to when she boards the airplane. There are a few pain points as she's packing and getting to the airport and going through security. While making the journey map, we made some assumptions about the ways that we could improve the experience in the insights section. We thought about providing a packing list with information that's TSA compliant, as well as navigation to the items that would be suggested by user type, and notification to have their boarding pass ready and identification ready at checkpoints.
We conducted a competitive analysis with some other applications that would be used for travel. Delta Airlines and United Airlines were identified as our top competitors. As you can see, all the competing apps has a map. However, we found that none of the app had a location-based wayfinding navigation feature, which became our priority for our project. This is our wireframe with layouts for our app. Each screen is what will show up when you click on the tab on the bottom. We have the main screen with all the flight information, a map tab for navigation, a chat tab to call for assistance, an info tab that gives you useful information around the airport, and a general setting tab to change your preference.
So this is our high fidelity prototype where the user is initially presented with their packing list and boarding pass for easy access to the most essential features. The boarding pass includes directions to their gate, and once the navigation starts, they're given contextual landmarks, distances from their next turn, and location labels. There is also an ETA for the route and the boarding time included as well. And they're able to add multiple destinations that will give them the most optimized route. So as we prepared for the usability testing, we sent a screener out to find 5 mothers that have flown at least once this past year. They use mobile apps, have kids, and have flown with a child under 4 years old. The diagram on the right here shows the 3 user flows during the user testing sessions.
After conducting those testing sessions, we gained many insights. We'll be presenting some of the most significant ones. Users said that having navigation within airports would be very valuable to them, especially when traveling with an infant. Parents with infants have a lot on their minds, so that's why we made an app that can help direct them and take some of that responsibility off of their shoulders.
Moms also thought that the packing list was useful because it helps them remember what is needed for their flight and also has all the information grouped together in one place.
In case anyone missed it in the chat, I dropped the link for the prototype that Michelle was looking at. Moving on, moms prefer to have the ability to add multiple stops on their routes because they like being efficient with their time. This A/B test shows option A as having one destination and option B allowing the user to have multiple stops along the way to their final destination. The testing that we did proved that traveling mothers would like option B better. They all chose option B. Another insight from our A/B testing was that moms thought having more labels on the map would be helpful. Initially, we thought these labels would overcrowd the map and distract the user, but our users said that more information would reassure them that they're on the right path.
During testing, we also found that moms didn't think that security line times would be helpful because they would question their accuracy. I found this insight very interesting because I have experienced being confused about which security line I should go into, and I've been stuck in long security lines over the holidays. And based on that experience, I thought that other users would also find line times estimates valuable, but I was really surprised to find out the complete opposite.
If we had more time, we would want to test whether new moms would want suggestions in the checklist on which items are TSA compliant. For example, suggesting adding baby formula or breast milk in reasonable quantities, so long as it's screened separately through TSA. Additionally, we illustrated a map of SeaTac Airport in Adobe Illustrator. If given more time, we would want to continue building the map and integrating the search items, which would allow users to locate shopping, dining, and other services within the airport.
Great. So we would like to thank our stakeholders, Alaska Airlines. Specifically, we would like to thank Kevin and Kanishk for all their guidance and support as we work through this project from September until now. Also, a special thanks to the rest of you for watching our presentation today. We would love to answer some questions from the audience.
Awesome. Let's go to the first question. What inspired you to create a persona matrix? And did you codify your data to create individual personas?
We were inspired to create the persona matrix because one of the professors introduced matrices in class, and we were like, wow, that seems really cool. I bet I could do that and and use that here, and it would be really interesting and also very valuable in this situation and applicable.
Yeah.
So we then applied it to the situation that we were in, because we were trying to figure out which persona should be our primary user and focus for the project. So at that time, we were like, well, we're looking at the number of pain points, and we are also looking at the interest from stakeholders and then also faculty. And so we were able to create that visually in this matrix, and then it really helped us move forward with the project.
So David asks, while you designed the system for airport navigation, what are your thoughts about other settings that might also benefit from such a system?
Oh, I think that colleges, like other really big, large buildings.
Yeah, like hospitals.
Hospitals, yeah. I hate going to large buildings and campuses. I imagine like the Microsoft campus, people who go to the Microsoft campus for the very first time, and they're like, where am I? Anything
Or even like amusement parks and stuff.
Yeah.
large indoor spaces.
Yeah, that's super cool. Aiden asks, did you actually go to SeaTac to map everything out, or did you use other means of doing this?
Not to map it out, but to take the video. We went to the airport. To map it out, it was just maps that we were finding online.
Yeah. COVID.
Yeah. In a perfect world, yes, we would be there getting like geolocation and everything, and yeah.
And Mark asks, did you consider ways like user-generated way to get real-time data for things like lines?
It was considered. One of the insights Jess had mentioned was that people preferred to not even have it if it's not going to be accurate, of like line time specifically for security. So with Waze, it's kind of like, I mean, not Waze specifically, but if we used a technique like Waze did, that could lead to more problems than solutions, because we mislead people in the time it's going to take.
Cool. Okay, I thought that was a question, sorry. Given your inability to do in-person observations, how did you do your user research?
We did interviews, used via Alaska's user testing system, and we also did just online research through reading articles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
We
that
probably
was
have
our,
Sorry,
we
go
just wanted to give another quick shout out to Alaska, just because they've provided us with so many resources that we definitely wouldn't have been able to do for our research. So thank you, Alaska, for providing that for us. We're eternally grateful.
Thank you, Kevin. We saw that you're here.
David asks, can you explain more about what Alaska's user testing system allowed you to do? And Mark also says to describe Alaska's user testing system.
Like Zoom on steroids.
It's not, I wouldn't say it's Alaska's own internal system. It's used via usertesting.com. So it's a public platform that anyone, any company could use to help them do their own research. Like even anyone here, you could go in, but they're able to provide that funding through their company. So that's how they were able to, link us to those resources. But it's pretty much, yeah, just Zoom on steroids, I guess. There's a lot of features in there that people can interact with, like what you're seeing here in Zoom, but a little more centered towards trying to understand the user.
Cool. And I think our last question, maybe second to last, is Alaska going to pick this up potentially for something if they move forward? Like, have they gotten involved?
We are hoping that they are going to take the insights that we gathered and use that information and the data that we gathered and use that when they go to create their own mobile applications moving forward or improving their own mobile applications.
Cool. Well, you guys did great. I love that.
Thank you.
Thanks.